Everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. I'm in McDonald's again, and the reason is simply to was having kielbasa and kraut, and I don't like kielbasa and I don't like kraut. So, remember, it's yuck. That's about as favorite to me as hot dogs and baked beans, which I can't stand either. Which they did not have today, but sometimes they do. So, I have to do some chores today before I head back home. First of all, this walker is constantly trying to roll around here. There's got to be a better way to keep that thing up there. Anyway, so let's get started with the nitty-gritty today. First of all, it is Friday. We already know that. And it actually is the game tonight I was excited about. The Red Sox versus the Houston Astros. I believe it starts at 7. I could be wrong. He asked me to go get him some beer today. I said, okay, because he worked in the living room and he's trying to sort things out. But the thing is, at the same time, he said, well, I want to go back and finish doing that. And no, you don't have to. There's no rush. There's no rush. You don't have to do it all one day. Okay? He's saying his legs are getting stiff. Of course they are. Because you're not, you did a lot of work yesterday, and so did I, and that's why your legs are stiff. But anyway, the thing is that on the way here, I had a chance to look at the price of fuel at Cumberland Farms, and it's currently $3.23 here in Winston a gallon. Now, that's not really, normally if it was just about fuel by itself, that wouldn't normally be a big deal. People were paying about that before, so it's not like, but what is important to remember is that is before the inflationary trend, and now OPEC is happy to see gas, the raw crude is back up to $100 a barrel. Well, OPEC, that's great for you. I'm glad you're getting your money's worth, but unfortunately, the average American person is not happy because of a lot of reasons. Number one, the President of the United States is destroying this country. He has done things in this country that has destroying foreign policy, and it's destroying immigration policy, it's destroying the job market, it's destroying. In other words, when it comes to the issue of what he says that he thought Trump was doing a bad job with the pandemic, the truth was Trump's approach was really different. I don't know how Trump would handle it now, other than saying this is, gee, it looks like we're doing better now. We're starting to see some turnaround. But now we got to get more people working at the ports to get things unloaded from container ships. We got to get more truckers back on the job. We have to get the American products, goods, and services back on the road again, back into the hands of the people. And that's absolutely true, that there is need to bring more people back into this country, back to work, to make money and support the economy. But instead, what this president is doing, he is giving people an ultimatum, telling them basically, get the jab or you're fired. Well, guess what? People are choosing to quit. Let me make it very simple for those of you right now. If you quit a job, you do not get unemployment. You cannot apply for unemployment in most states if you quit a job. If you're fired, you can go through a hearing and you can get unemployment. Okay? If the hearing determines that it is of no fault of your own. I'm also surprised that the Supreme Court is not actually getting involved here and looking at the constitutionality of what Joe Biden's doing. I think that the Supreme Court needs to get involved. I think the Supreme Court needs to say, wait a minute, doesn't this go against the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution? Then why are we allowing this unlawful search and seizure? This isn't even a matter of fair. It's the president's ruling by fiat, and that's against the Constitution. It's an abuse of power in the executive branch. So, Supreme Court, it's time for you to do your job. Let's get this thing declared unconstitutional. Let's get the American people to feel always confident that they can make their own decisions about their own bodies and their own health. In the state of Connecticut right now, the positivity rate yesterday was 2.23%. That's it. That's all. In a few days, it actually was over 2%. Of course, when you look at the numbers, they always want to make it look worse than it really is. The truth is the majority of the people may have had it, and they've just recovered, and they didn't even have a problem with it. Unfortunately, there are always going to be those that didn't. Now, another thing I want to point out, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez talks about the Green New Deal. I'm going to say one thing. Get rid of these stupid cups. For the love of Pete and for the love of the environment, get rid of these cups. It's type number 6 plastic. These are almost impossible recycling. These are PP. These are polypropylene. And they are not easy to recycle polypropylene cups. Okay? Now, I think it would be better if McDonald's goes back, for example, to paper cups. Because they're more ecologically and environmentally friendly. I mean, they still have fries in these, right? And they still have hamburgers wrapped in wax paper. So why can't you go ahead and go back to the form of the paper cups that you used to use? What's going on here, McDonald's?
Well, you contributed, honey.
Okay?
Didn't you contribute to it?
Green New Deal means also being environmentally friendly. Remember the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Now, McDonald's doesn't wash these cups again and use them over. Most people don't bring them home and recycle them either and wash them and use them either. I certainly don't. So, if you want to be pushing the Green New Deal, I think it also means being environmentally friendly as far as how we handle post-consumer product like plastics. This is ridiculous. This cup will sit in a landfill for hundreds, if not thousands of years before it degrades. Okay? This is not cool. I don't know how much more I'm going to have to go for a cup. Because I'm going to call up the customer service number when I get home, and I'm going to ask him and say, why are you guys using plastic cups? I mean, you know it's environmentally bad for the environment. And it also costs more because of the reasons that these are made out of oil, petroleum distillates. Anyone? Yeah. So, right now with the price of oil going up to $100+ a barrel, and the fact is that the average consumer this winter is really wants to get the lives back together, but again, with the price of heating fuel going up so much. I don't know how people can afford to keep spending money doing the things that we used to do. Did you know that? I didn't even see how this kind of tied in together. But this is from Harvard. They said 20% of people making about $50,000 or less have already exhausted their savings accounts. And the reason is very simple, because it costs so much to get anything done anymore that their savings accounts, which they build up in the nest eggs, and the average American doesn't have much in their savings anyway. I don't. And then back to the average Americans, like, they have about $300, $400 in savings. That's about it. Okay? These people go out there, they have to pay gasoline, $3.23 a gallon. Currently, right now, Cumberland Farms, they have to pay groceries. Wholesale groceries have gone up 8.3% in wholesale prices, which is the prices of what's going to affect what it costs grocery stores to buy the supplies for their shelves to sell to you. These are averages, honey. These are not absolutes. These are, some things have gotten even more expensive. Meat, anyone? Pork, bacon, $10 a pound for bacon. I don't know how people can afford to keep going out there and eat as much as we do. And more and more people are forgoing meat in their diets because of that reason. It's getting to be too expensive. Too expensive. Seriously. This is actually a medium fry holder, but they called this a large fry because what they did was they just stuffed it extra full. And the reason is very simple. Because the fact is, McDonald's, like every other restaurant and every other business, is facing a shortage of supplies. Okay? That's reality. I don't know about you, but I think it's starting to scare me a bit. And we haven't even gotten to winter yet. You can see your heating bill easily double. 200%. So if you pay $100 now, that means in the winter time, peak of the winter cycle, you could be paying as much as $200 a month for heating costs. If you pay $100 for electric, you could be paying $200 a month. That's how bad things are, folks, with inflation. I'm not even talking about groceries. Now, that's like I pointed out. Grocery shopping is getting to be frighteningly expensive. I jokingly said 1980s was always the year of the bulge, trying to force people to lose weight with exercise programs, aerobics, and things like that. Now, it's the opposite. Now people are actually trying to put on weight, and unfortunately can't afford to do it because it's too expensive. Even cheap food is getting expensive. That makes you think. Why you gotta buy groceries in the store? You can't afford it, so you're gonna eat less. You eat less, your weight's gonna go down. You're still gonna remain active. Most people don't exactly sleep their lives away. A lot of us, including me, are always on the move. But tonight, of course, tomorrow night, sorry, my correction, at 7 o'clock we have the Saturday show. And then next Wednesday, we have a Wednesday show at night. These are the night shows we're talking about. 7 o'clock, okay? morning shows will continue Monday through Saturday as well. And I mean, I think it's important to be able to discuss these topics. Sure, you too would like me to be swept under the rug and not have people hear what's going on. But now the mainstream media is reporting it too. And we have container ships sitting outside in the ocean. 70, 80, 90 ships at anchor for over a month. How are they getting fuel to run those engines that need to generate electricity desalination plants? How are they getting the power for that? I mean, I wonder, do they have a tanker going by saying, hey, you need diesel? I got diesel. I'll sell it to you for, about $18 a gallon, or whatever they charge. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's quite $18 a gallon, but it's probably pretty high. There's a delivery charge. So, of course, the captains are like, if we don't have diesel, we can't run our air conditioning, we can't run our heating, we can't run the kitchens, we can't run our navigational gear. So I need diesel fuel. So they're buying diesel somewhere to keep the container ships fueled. They have to. I mean, those engines are huge. They go through diesel like some people go through beer. I mean, that's how fast they go through it, because they need it for the ship's engines. So how are they going to provide energy to keep those ships running? Unless there's somebody going out there and supplying the ships out in the ocean. And that's going to cost you extra too. But Biden's policy is destroying the shipping industry. People are quitting their jobs, as I said earlier, in protest. In Supreme Court, you've got to do something like this. You need to do your constitutional obligation. This is a violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. You need to get involved. You need to get involved. Because if you don't, you're allowing a tyrant to continue to ruin the lives of millions of Americans every day. That's my opinion. And it's based on facts. By the way, we had a great show this morning. I'm actually was kind of sad that some of the people didn't make it to the show, but we did pretty well. And we reached out to a lot of people, which is cool. You know, good show, good times, good food. You know, it's expensive food. This medium soda, large french fry, and 2 plain double cheeseburgers costed me $9.01. I remember when this meal costed $6.66 for the same product. Today, I ain't eating no $6.66. It's way more. One thing I noticed at McDonald's now is that they have all the tables are open. In my McDonald's, anyway. It's not every other table anymore. It's every table. Can have people sitting at it. Which is fine. Because when this place gets busy, you need all those tables. I mean, look at them. I mean, right now it don't look super crowded out there, but that's the parking lot. And it's pretty good for a time of day. It's not even the main show. It's not even the main lunch yet. Lunch just ended. It's 1:21 p.m. in the evening or afternoon. So I have to go take care of some things for Ed. And by the way, why didn't I bring my iPhone? Well, I was going to bring my iPhone, but I forgot to grab it in my bedroom. And I didn't want to go back in the bedroom because I was just getting my brace on to get going to the McDonald's. And I just grabbed the iPhone, my Android phone, because I was already charged up. So I figured, take the Android phone and then I can go to, the other store. So that's what I did. And when I get home, I'm going to upload this video. And again, I want to ask everybody, please help us. If you can share our videos out to more people you know of that might like somebody who has a show that's kind of serious, covers the real world issues as best as she can, and that'd be great because I'd like to really reach out to more people. It's you, the audience, that makes this channel good. It's you who help promote my content to your friends and family. It's you that is the real stars here because you guys are why this channel even exists. Despite what some of you might think. Yes, this is mainly a news channel, mainly research channel, mainly educational channel. This never was intended for comedy, at least not the level it was for a few years. It was never intended to be that way. It's certainly not a drama channel. Although I'm not going to lie, the real world has certainly got plenty of drama, doesn't it? But the most important thing is if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a show. Think about that. We need you. We need you. Okay? Well, anyway, guys, I just wanted to make sure we understand each other and that remind you again, Saturday night, 7 o'clock is the night show. Don't forget the Sunday show on Silvermoon Radio AM 1610. Starts at 7 o'clock on Sunday. Usually runs until about 12 midnight. And then, of course, on Wednesday, at 7 o'clock at night, we have our new Wednesday show at night. And then we'll have, of course, the morning shows Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Because I think that's important, too. And then I want to see if I can try to get Ed to do more of his own shows on his channel. That's going to take a while. Because he's not really familiar with doing live shows. He's not familiar with the process. Alright, so for now, see you later. Stay out of trouble. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.